This video is my marketing pitch to sellers today. I know you usually imagine this taking place in a boardroom of some sort rather than my living room, but my office is just not done yet. So even if you aren't selling property anytime soon, this might interest you. Maybe you're new to real estate and just trying to soak in more knowledge. Maybe you're considering a real estate career yourself. Good for you. Maybe you're in the business now and you're here to steal my moves, and honestly, go for it. I don't have a patent on any of this. I'm Craig Power with Power Realty Advisors. I did want to get this out there for any home sellers who stumble on our YouTube channel. Listen, I'm not Don Draper, okay? You're gonna find that out pretty quickly. This pitch isn't gonna leave you speechless. It's not gonna end in a round of applause, but you will see why you should work with me, and there's no tricks. My market is Greater Boston and the South Shore. These are the areas I'm a market expert. Nowhere else, seriously. Get me an hour north of Boston. I literally can't give you a price on anything. But Boston and the South Shore, I'm your guy. So, here to start, let's pretend you are a home seller. I'm gonna tell you about two focal points of my marketing efforts today. Things that are sort of unique and not everyone's doing them, right? And then, that's sort of, I always get a little uncomfortable if it comes off like braggy at all to be like, not everyone's doing this. So, take that with a grain of salt. It's not trying to be braggy. A lot of great agents doing a lot of great things, right? But this is part of the pitch. And then at the end, I'm gonna hit you with the big hook. That's the real pitch at the end. That's why you're here. The pitch that for me has people realize, like, of course, this is the person I want to list my property. It all makes sense. The first key to my marketing today, again, part one of two unique marketing strategies we'll talk about. This is a major focus for me. The first one is media marketing opportunities, right? So as evidenced by this YouTube channel, I am a firm believer in video content over everything else. I went to school actually for media production without any intention of incorporating it into a future real estate business. But honestly today, and I don't want to, again, sound like I take myself too seriously here, I'm still learning, when it comes to self-produced video content, but it feels like a pretty direct advantage over the competition. How does this help a seller? Good question. Well, the way it's worked for me has been pretty unexpected, actually. So we do listing videos now, video tours, pretty impressive, 4K drone video, all that. We put them on social media, run ads, get a bunch of clicks, whatever. Does it really get people in the door that wouldn't otherwise be there? I don't know. On the higher end, yes. On the higher end, where you're really fighting for eyeballs, yes. Other than that, not really. However, after an open house, and this is for any class of home, we take our email sign-in sheet, blast out the video. In today's super fast-paced market, everyone wants a second look. The video can serve as that second look, instill in the buyer a sense of confidence. Plus now they're getting something special. I mean, look at this video. This place is special, and it is. You see where I'm going with this. The video not only serves as top of the funnel marketing, later it especially appeals to the emotion of a buyer. That's where it can really affect the bottom line of a seller. So that's part one. Part two goes hand in hand with that. I mentioned we run social media ads. Part two is huge local exposure. So this is an idea I took from Josh Flagg on $1 Million Listing LA. He's really the inspiration for this anyways. It wasn't until I read the words huge local exposure on his website that it really hit me. This is a whole separate thing. This is a whole separate campaign. Now, it's different for every property, but what I'll say is it doesn't end on social media ads. For a few listings before, I've placed ads in local news outlets. I've sent out, letters and brochures in certain areas. Just listed, right? So this is actually a strength of the older generation of agents I see. Now I find myself looking at these local exposure avenues to beat out my, let's call them contemporaries. I guess I have contemporaries, whatever that means. So media marketing and huge local exposure is, in general, what I do differently. But here's the big sell. Okay, you ready for it? Listen up. The question is, why do people work with Power Realty Advisors, AKA me, instead of other real estate agents? There are easy answers, sure. most professional, most hustle, market expert, detail oriented, all true. Wow, I sound insufferable. I need to be careful editing this. As much as I believe those things in a way less braggy way, right? Like, you have to believe you are the best person for the job. So that sort of stems from that. But it's actually more quantifiable than that, right? So let me tell you about your options for real estate agents today when you're selling a property. Usually you have two avenues, the 5% agent and the 4% agent. The 5% agent charges you a high 5 or even 6% real estate commission for good marketing and hopefully an experienced agent. Even if their performance meets expectations, you are left wondering, you're looking at the settlement statement at the end of the transaction, what could you have bought with that extra 1 or 2% in your pocket? You probably have moving costs, you're moving somewhere else, you wanna buy furniture, right? So what could you have bought? The 4% agent, other side, right, charges you, of course, a 4% real estate commission for often below average marketing and notoriously inconsistent performance. I'm not dumping on anybody particular, right? Like, this is just sort of a, reputational thing. Often they lack market expertise and communicate poorly. At Power Realty Advisors, I offer a 4% agent commission, but I market like the 5% agents, right? So there's the detail of your pitch. Look at our other content. I believe in being the best value proposition in the entire local real estate industry. Big words, but this is what I believe. So, as Power Realty Advisors, as we continue to increase our market share by undercutting the competition, nobody benefits more than you, the home seller, right? So that's the pitch. Like I said, it's very quantifiable, and that's why I'm not afraid to share it and let other agents hear it, because in a lot of cases, what they just heard was either get paid less or work harder for the same amount of money. Could I charge 5%, by the way? Yes. I have before, but I'd like to spend, at this point in my career, like I said, trying to increase market share, I'd like to spend less time negotiating over a listing and more time listing, right? And consistently moving forward and getting more listings and the snowball effect that comes from that. That's the pitch, the whole thing, right? We do dynamic media marketing campaigns, we crush the local exposure, and ultimately you get the 5% agent for the price of a 4% agent, and you keep that extra money in your pocket. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. If you are a home seller on the South Shore or in Greater Boston and you're watching this, I hope it's the first step in a long and profitable relationship. Contact me at craig@powerrealtyboston.com or find more resources on our website. Free market analysis, for example. Go ahead and contact us through that. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.